When you think of a company and its most important authorities, the first thing that comes to your mind are directors. And rightly so, directors are the apex authorities in a company, controlling its entire management from top to bottom. So, their activities must be monitored to ensure the company's growth, profitability, and legal compliances. In this video, we will discuss the most efficient way to do so. That is why the allotment of director identification number. Hi, I am Sugandhanan, a startup advisor at Setindiabiz, where we provide tax, compliance, and IPR services to businesses in India. The topics I will explain in this video are meaning of director identification number, eligibility to apply for director identification number, DIN application process, and documents required for DIN application. We will also discuss the cost and validity of the allotted DIN once we complete the process. So let's begin without any delay. What is the director identification number? Director identification number or DIN is simply a unique identifier allotted to directors by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It is an 8-digit alphanumeric code which helps establish the identity of every director appointed in an Indian company. Once allotted, there is hardly any official activity done by the director without submitting his DIN. This makes it easy to not only track his activities but also the compliance status of every company he is appointed in. In short, DIN is the benchmark where establishes transparency and accountability in corporate governance by providing an easy means of monitoring directors' activities. Also, allotting DIN to every single director helps create a comprehensive database of all directors appointed across Indian companies. Now that you know what a director identification number really is, you must be wondering if it is mandatory to obtain. Let me answer your question with a simple analysis of the Companies Act. Is DIN mandatory to obtain? The need to obtain a director identification number was first introduced in the Companies Amendment Act of 2006. Section 266A of the Act makes it mandatory for every director appointed before and after its commencement to apply for a director identification number. Further, Section 266G of the Act also penalizes directors who fail to do so. Penalties may extend up to Rs 5,000 for the first default and increase to Rs 500 per day if the default continues. Hopefully, these legal provisions make it clear that a DIN application is absolutely mandatory to act as director in any Indian company. The good news, however, is once allotted, DIN has lifetime validity. So you need not apply for it every time you change the company. Coming to our next important question, can everybody apply for DIN? Certainly not, unless they are eligible. This is exactly what we will discuss next. Who is eligible to apply for DIN? Since DIN is something a director needs, the eligibility to apply for it is same as the eligibility to become a director. There are certain criteria that need to be met, which we will be discussing now. Number 1, nationality. Well, there is no restriction on the nationality of a DIN application. He could either be a foreigner or an Indian citizen. However, the foreigner must have a valid passport for the application. Also, if he belongs to any country which shares a land border with India like China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and Nepal, he requires a prior approval for the Central Home Ministry. Number 2, age. There is no specific age prescribed for DIN application, but the minimum age to become a director is 18 years. So it is imperative that DIN applications must also be filled by applicants over 18 years of age. This age limit is prescribed under the Companies Act 2013. Number 3, consent. The person filing the DIN application must have the intention to become a director in the first place. For this, he must give his consent in the appropriate form. Although the consent is not formally submitted with the application, it will be required to establish the director's intent during his appointment and intimation to the ROC. Only if all these three criteria are met, an individual can proceed with the DIN application. To complete the application, you must truly understand the process and documentation requirements. Let's understand both these aspects one by one. List of documents required for DIN application. Documents are a crucial requirement to complete the DIN application. If you submit inaccurate or inadequate documents, not only will the process get delayed, but your application might get rejected on grounds of incompleteness. You must be seeing a table on your screen. This table contains the entire list of documents required for DIN application. Let us go through them one by one. The first set of documents prove the applicant's identity. If the director is Indian, PAN will be mandatory. However, if the director is a foreigner, passport will have to be submitted. Both these documents must be active and contain updated information. Next, the applicant will have to submit his proof of address. He can provide any utility bill or bank statement for this purpose, which is recent and not older than 2 months. Lastly, a colored photograph and digital signature of the applicant will have to be submitted to authenticate the form. Please note here that since the documents of the foreign applicant have a foreign origin and execution, their legalization is mandatory before submission. You can watch our complete video on document legalization for complete information. I have linked it down in the description box. Coming to the last but most important aspect of DIN application, the process. How to apply for DIN? DIN application is filed online on the official website of MCA. The process is completely online, which makes it quick, simple and cost effective. The first step is to visit the website and register on it using your mobile number and email address. Once the registration is done, you will get your login credentials on email. Return back to the website and sign in using these credentials. The next step is to access the correct form. Applicants have two different options for this. If the applicant is being appointed as a director in an existing company, he can use the DIR3 form. On the other hand, if he is being appointed in a company that's new yet to be incorporated, he can use the same application filed for company incorporation, that is the Spice Plus or INC32 form. Both these forms can be accessed on the MCA website. While you can download the DIR3 form to fill in the details, Spice Plus can filled out online. Make sure the details being filled are correct and updated as they determine the chances of your form's approval. After filling out the details, upload all the documents we discussed earlier and a digital signature to authenticate the applicant's identity. Watch our complete video on how to get a digital signature for complete information. I have linked it down in the description box. Once your application is complete, you can submit it on the MCA portal. The last step is to pay DIN application fees. So if you are using DIR3 form, it has a fixed application fee of ₹500. Whereas if you are using Spice Plus form, no additional fees will be charged for DIN. Since it is the incorporation application for the company, DIN fees will be inclusive. After payment of the requisite fees, you can submit the form on the website. The form will be examined by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, and if it gets approved, DIN will be allotted to the applicant with lifetime validity. For as long as DIN is active, the concerned director will have to file their annual KYC to the ROC every year. This is a mandatory compliance and the director can be penalized if he misses it. Watch our detailed video on director's KYC to understand the process and due dates. I have given the link in the description. With this, we have come to the end of this video. Hopefully, you have understood everything we just discussed about the director identification number. If you still have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section or call our startup advisors for free consultation. If you found this video helpful, Hit the like button, share and subscribe to our channel for more such informative content ahead. Click on the notification icon so that whenever we post a new video, you are the first one to get notified. Thank you for watching. Watch our other videos as well.